Level 100, buddy. Oh dear. I don't want to be in the water with it. No, 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 no. Try that again, huh? Hey, g'day. Go away, Helena. Welcome back to Skarvig in the Genesis. Skarvig in the Artic. And we're on to episode 2. And I'm going to go and see if I can find my base location. And hopefully this iguanodon is actually going to help me get there. I'm heading that way. It's a bit hard to see, but on that grid, the second last one, so about 74, maybe 88, there is a small circular mark on the map, and I suspect that that's the obelisk that I'm interested in going to. Since the last episode, the only thing I've really done is let some metal cook up and some meat to spoil, and so I've got some trank arrows and a long neck rifle for taming stuff later. But for now, got to find our way over and hopefully survive the swamp long enough to get over there. There's all kinds of nasty stuff in the swamp on this biome. Supposedly the easy start, but I don't believe it even for a second. I suspect that green stuff in the distance there is what I'm headed towards. Yar. Come on. Yar. Got it. Falling with style. Do you reckon that's deep? Doesn't look too deep, does it? No, we're all good. What's that? Iguanodon and a tapajara, huh? Oh, here comes a Sarko. Uh-oh. Keep backing up. Seems to be working alright. Might give my iguanodon a few good levels killing a Sarko. Bloody, it was a 135 Sarko. I did alright to bloody kill that. Packy rhinos, out of the way. Alright, this is looking like it. Oh, what have we got? Bugs! No, go away. Wow, there's a lot of bugs. I don't want to hit the bloody packy. Alright, we're going to cross. What are you, frogs? What bugs? Oh my goodness, how many ants are there? They're everywhere. Anyway, I am there. You have a look at this place. This is giant waterfall circulating. I think the only problem with being here is I don't know that I can actually build here. And the second part to it is there's a noise. Just the constant sound of the waterfalls actually might get a bit annoying. And you've got these giant structures that actually over the top. We should be able to actually walk up the top of one of those. Let's go and do that now. Maybe it's one of those glitches. I guess so. So yes, here we are. Trying not to fall off. Crazy looking thing. I am actually wondering if I should do that because it's very noisy. I've made a whole bunch of stuff and I've actually had to pull it all down and I'm about to do it all again. It's interesting down here. There's not many too difficult creatures that come down. I have had 2 swarms come down. So I do still get the insect swarms come down and attack me. But I want to try and line this up with that footpath there, but it's not going to be a very pleasant line up by the looks of that. Now maybe I can do it from here. Gosh, it's hard to tell whether that's in the middle or not though, isn't it? Kind of looks like it's in the middle, doesn't it? And that's the middle. Oops. No, I don't let the K mode go. Oh well, do it again. Pop that there. K mode. I reckon that's probably about centre. Off. So I'm not going to know until much later on. The idea is that I'm going to build most of a circle on here, but then I'm going to need foundations that will help me build a skywalk over to that side, and I want to have it follow that pathway because that's almost north, really. Well, north is a little bit that way, but the alternative is I should line it up with that one, but that one's going to be actually harder. It's a pain in the ass for me to do too. Right, I think I'll stick with lining up with that pathway, and then my landing will be up there, and that should be alright. That seems to line up nicely there, and that also seems to line up nicely there. So I'll be able to build sky bridges from the centre all the way to the outside. Squares go on triangles. Hello, Oviraptor. You're dropping eggs everywhere. 7. Triangles in between squares. Triangles on squares. To make this a nice neat concentric polygon, I have to go one more, because what you can actually see here is the squares have a single edge and the triangles have a double edge. And so by going one more out, it should fix that. Put squares onto triangles, and you'll notice that there's room now for 3 triangles, which will mean that it'll end up being 2 and 2. Something I learnt from doing my Basilica inspired build using Castles and Keeps mod. If you want to go and check that out, I should have that up somewhere on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so now I should be able to grab a few of these things that I've also built. I don't know where I want my door is the problem. Probably want to line it up with that actually. Put doors facing the different directions. Are you going right there? You know, that does look alright. Gonna have windows all around the base on the first level. Done. I'll have to build doors for that. Might have to jump over to some of the other biomes and do some quick taming. Door. Door. Very good. Now I can build up. Let's have a look from a distance. What do you reckon? This is going to look pretty funky. Squares to finish off. Done. There we go. Very good. House buff. Very nice. Wall with window. Swarm again. Where? Oh, there. I need it to target my Iguanodon. Come down here. Hey, over here. Okay, it's going to hit me as I go up the stairs. No, I made it. Good. Wall with window. So, is there 2 snap points here? Yeah, there is, isn't there? You see, when I actually hit Q, it slightly rises up. And the question is, do I want it to be there? I probably want it to be the lowest snap point. I'm going to try and be very particular about this, because if I hit a different snap point like that, it creates a different level, which is going to screw up future parts of the build. And then the game just doesn't like it going where I want it to go. Alright. Come on. Here we go. There we go. Top layer done. I just need to figure out how to close that part off. so that the swarms can't get in. Otherwise, my very imposing central tower is effectively complete. Hell yeah. Good on you, Helena. Alright. Yo. Yeah, I'm gonna be way too heavy for that. Alright. Pop one of them. Move it all later. Just gotta get it in. What are you doing, Swarm? Come on in. You better not actually be inside my building. No. Just going to start attacking now. Pop the second one there. Okay. Got the basics in place. It's just a pain to have the swarms just constantly attacking this iguanodon. Can always change it later on. Now the problem is, oh no, I've got the house buff right there. Very nice. Okay, we have a tower. The only problem is these doors are going to be an absolute pain. I'll have to work out what I'm going to do with that. There's potential that when I actually build this floor and start building the pathways out, and the first pathway out will be that way. Maybe I can do something with that to make it a bit more secure. We will see. But, oh, look at you. It's pretty boxy at the moment, but I know that once it's actually kitted out, it'll be quite the structure. Yeah, so I need to get the materials for my cryo. I'm going to need to get materials for the fabricator. Basically, I need to kit this out with some gear so that we can progress the game a bit, and then I'll return to doing the build. But I kind of want to do some other things. Alright, so I think I've decided I'm going to go to the Arctic biome, because I believe there will be mountainous regions. Well, there is a mountain region in there. I want to see if I can find some obsidian. I want to see if I can find a megatherium. I want to see if I can find a doedicurus. I'm not sure if a doedicurus will be there, but the megatherium is probably more important because it gives easy chitin farming. No idea which region I really want to go in. It's probably going to affect me pretty hard depending on where I go. It's good a spot as any. I believe this iguanodon is going to come with me from how this works. So the teleportation is different to bed travel. You don't drop all your gear, and the dinosaurs which are close to you get teleported with you, which is handy. Okay. A mammoth nearby. Okay, I had a base down that way when I first played Genesis. My character is not happy, but it's not terrible. Mammoths are okay. This actually isn't too bad a spot. Let's get my primitive base down. Oh, I need to turn that mission areas off. Bingo. And there is heaps of creatures out here. Look at them all. We got Ankies. We've got beavers. And we've got Doedicurus. This is a bloody gold mine for the creatures that I need. Oh, that looks like metal over there. That's good. What level are you? That's pretty rubbish. Alright, time to get some metal for my base. And done. Alright, time to go and find something to tame. Go on passive. And what do we got? Where'd it go? That one will do. A 140 mammoth. Gotcha. Come on. Once you're in the truck, you've got nowhere to go. Oh, what are you doing? Come into the truck. There we go. And now you're mine. Alright, let's have a look. 242 melee, reasonable health. Probably only going to use it as a berry gather. Alright, let's see how good it does. Oh, look at all those berries. Kill this Castroides for some fur. Gotta love the knockback of the mammoth. It means you can take just about anything on. Even though that was quite a low level one. Alright, I'm going to do some prep work and get myself a whole bunch of narcotics and trinket darts. And I'm going to go on a bit of a taming frenzy. I'll probably have limited talking as I go through these, but I'm just going to try and get one of each. So go and get an Anki, a Doedicurus, probably a Castroides, and just see what I can find around the place and complement what I've got, and possibly even get a Theri, because they're here too. I'm really loving this spot. I mean, if I can see this thing, I mean, check this out. No, that's not it. Come on, where are you? Saw you a little while ago. There it is. 145.30. Alright, I think it's time to go and get that. Alright, here we go. Ow. Ow. Oh, it's in. Thank goodness. I thought I was dead. Oh, right. It's done. What did we get? 300 melee. Very good. Oh, damn, a 145 Argent. I definitely have to get that one. I guess I have to go and build myself a Argent trap and try and get that one. Alright, let's get a look. 325 melee. Health is a little low, but geez, that's a really nice melee. Very happy with that.
Welcome to the
Get
Hexagon
a
Exchange.
cryopod,
Thanks, mate.
and we'll store this thing away. Alright, well, I'm back in the bog. I ended up taming a Megatherium as well. This one was only level 90, so it ended up with not the crash hot of the stats, but I'm only using that for gathering chitin. I took it out for one round, killing the bugs and leeches just above, and I pulled nearly like 500, 500? 700 chitin, just from killing a few bugs up there. No, well, there was actually a ton of bugs up there from what I could actually see. I probably need to tame a frog as well, which should give me a good reasonable supply of cementing paste, but I could also go back to my base on the Arctic biome where there's lots of these beavers, and I found a few of their nests, and that'll give me a good source of that too. And the last thing that I'm going to need is silica pearls, and then I can create electronics and the polymer. Albeit I could also go back to the frost biome, and that frozen lake also had the Kairuku, which drop organic polymer. So that frozen lake, if we pull that in, the frozen lake was around the 70 something, wasn't it? It was about 75-18, or something along those lines. Maybe even 70-20, but around that region on the western side of the Arctic biome. If you find that frozen lake, probably look earlier in the video, and I should actually at least pull up the map and show roughly where it was back then. It had so many good tames. Just set yourself up a compound there so that things can't get in and kill you, and then set up a trap and away you go. There are just heaps and heaps of creatures. It has given me time to think about what I want to do with my base. And this is going to form the central keep of a much, much larger compound. So the bottom layer, where the roof meets the second layer, so 4 walls up where that wall is, I'm actually going to extend that wall out. And I'm going to extend that wall out so that it actually comes out somewhere quite significantly. So probably out past the circle here, but roughly around that area. Bring it right out and then down. and that will form a giant ring compound which will form the dinosaur pen. And then on each of these areas, depending on how big a behemoth gate is, I'm probably going to put a behemoth gate on each of these pathways. And then that central keep will then have, as I said, walkways which actually continue all the way out and actually join on the walls on the outside. And so it's quite an ambitious build. I feel it will actually look quite interesting when it's actually done, albeit I'll have to give it some embellishment rather than just being a nice plain box like that. But it should be nice to do. But that is the end. The end of another episode. I feel like I should have split this up into two, one for the taming and one for the building, but it's done now. Hopefully you find this interesting and all the rest of it, and we'll get on to more of the base building episode next time, now that I actually have the tames for farming up materials. These guys can just wander around and just farm up wood and stone and thatch, which is what I need for this build. And then after that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to start doing missions. To summon the boss, to defeat the boss, you have to do the missions. And I really don't want to do the missions, but that's how you do it. I don't know how many of them I will actually record, but I'm just going to try and get them out of the way. And I guess I have to go and visit some of the other biomes, especially the lunar biome. I haven't ever actually really bothered with it, other than to get some of the, I think it was hamburgers or something like that, and then make something out of it. But it's done now. Hope you enjoyed it, as I said before. Chuck us a like, chuck us a subscribe if you want to. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. See you later.